Welcome to Ghosted by the Machine, the podcast where job seekers break through the algorithm and get heard. No bots, just 5 minutes of real stories and real talk. I'm your host, Mark Lane. Let's jump in. 5 minutes, 5 questions. This is Ghosted by the Machine. Our guest today is Lisa Warren, a copywriter and creative operator from Brooklyn, New York. She's currently looking for a copywriting job, but she's looking for something that involves creative strategy. Hello, Lisa. How are you today?
Hi, Mark. I'm good. How are you?
I am hanging in there like all of us, right?
Same. Yeah.
It's been tough, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So,
not easy.
so tell me a little bit about yourself and what role you're looking for.
So, like you said, I'm a copywriter and creative operator. It was a non-linear path to get to this point. I was an assistant at a publishing house for a while. I worked in content at a restaurant review app. Then I got into e-commerce and like started as a personal stylist and then did like project management, employee training, e-com operations, product copywriting. And the common thread between all those jobs was writing, working with a team, and figuring out how we're going to get things done together. And in my last role where I was like my title was copywriter, I worked on a lot of branding stuff as well, like creative strategy, brand identity pitches, stuff like that. And it was really exciting. And I want to find something similar now where I can kind of flex my copywriting and creative strategy muscles in equal parts and work with a great team as well.
Okay. So do you think AI has helped you or hurt you doing your job search right now, and why?
I think both. I think in some small ways it's helped. I have used ChatGPT to kind of nail the phrasing on my resume for certain bullet points. And to be honest, I feel some shame around this. Like, oh, I'm a copywriter. Like, I should know how to write my resume. But
Sure.
honestly, like, this job search is so draining that there are days where I just need like that little assist to get the words flowing. And like on that note, I think AI has made this process so dehumanizing, like more than it has to be. I've applied to a ton of jobs that seem like a great fit for my background, or at least like a good enough fit, or I might get that phone screening. And then I just get that automated rejection email at 3 a.m. a couple of days later. And it's just like, I know there's probably a lot going on that I'm not seeing. But when it happens over and over again, you start to wonder like, is a computer rejecting me before a person can see my resume?
Sure. Those 2 a.m. Dear John letters can be very demoralizing, especially when you wake
Yeah.
up and see that. And you always want to
Yeah.
know, what did I do wrong? Is there something in here
Right.
that's not right? And then you
Right.
start changing your resume for the next
I know. And
application.
it's just this constant cycle. And it's like, I don't even know. It's hard to like hold on to who you are
Right.
and all that.
So, what is your secret skill or superpower most resumes don't show?
So I've worked in a lot of environments that were super fast paced and like sink or swim where I had to learn on the job. And I've gotten very good at doing that. I can just kind of jump right in and figure things out as I go. Like my last full-time role was in an agency environment, and I was assigned a lot of clients in industries that I knew nothing about when I started writing for them. And there was a deadline, and I didn't always have time to like carve out research or training time. So I would have to just kind of learn on the job and make mistakes and ask questions. And I can adapt pretty quickly and expand myself easily. And it's hard to put that on a resume.
Sure. So, what's one thing you tell recruiters or hiring managers today?
I would just remind them that behind like every resume they read or every, voice on the phone calls they make is a real person who's getting up every day and putting themselves out there, even though, they're getting rejected time and time again or hearing absolutely nothing. And that takes a lot of resilience that I don't think is really talked about that much. And I think that resilience should be met with grace and transparency on their end. Just be kind, be honest, look for opportunities to give feedback that's constructive. And I
Sure.
think above all, just remember as a recruiter, you have the power to help people navigate a really difficult time in their life.
Right. Is there anything giving you hope right now?
So I'm part of a community online that's called Rise. That's Rhize. I found them through TikTok, and you have to sign up online, but then it's all through Slack, which is interesting because it's given me a better connotation with Slack now than I've had
Sure.
in the past. Yeah. we commiserate a lot with each other because it's for people who are navigating like job searches and career transitions. So there's lots of commiserating and venting and emotional support. But we're also doing more practical stuff, like we're networking, we're sharing opportunities, we're sharing advice, and then we're celebrating each other's wins, big and small. And there's also like classes and seminars on certain things that you can join. And I think a lot of job searching is just like sending stuff into a void or talking to AI bots and connecting with real people, kind of like what I'm doing here,
Sure.
connecting with real people who are going through the same thing and seeing them, get hired in a lot of cases is helping me find the strength to keep going.
Well, a huge thank you to Lisa for being with us today. If you are hiring or know someone who should meet Lisa, check out her contact information in the show notes. And if you want to be a part of the podcast, email me or DM me or comment on LinkedIn or TikTok. We're always looking for real voices in the ghost town of job search silence. This is Ghosted by the Machine. Let's make hiring human again. And if this story is resonating with you, help us share it, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks again, Lisa, for joining us. Have a great
Yep.
day.
Thanks, Mark. You too.